Poppy Vince by Marta Morawiecka of Springwood, 2777. Narrated by Rowena Robinson. My little brother Jack says he doesn't like visiting Poppy Vince. He says Poppy smells. That's not true. I know. It's the place he lives in that smells. A hostel, next to a nursing home, reeking of medicines and disinfectant. They have to disinfect everything because so many people live there, Dad explains. Jack says he doesn't like visiting Poppy, but I don't think that's true. The way he climbs on Poppy's knees and giggles when he tickles his ribs tells a different story. Poppy is good at tickling and knows when to stop. Dad doesn't. Dad could learn a lot from Poppy if he wanted, and paid attention, but he's always in a hurry to go somewhere else. We play with Poppy while he does little jobs around the place, and then next thing, off we go. Poppy is never in a hurry, unless it's time to take the next lot of his medications. He doesn't talk about it, but I know from Mum that he's often in pain. He injured his back in a motorcycle accident when he was younger. That's cool. Not the accident, of course, but the motorbike. I couldn't imagine Poppy riding one, but Dad showed me photos. Some black and white, some in funny colours, with Poppy in full leather gear and a little Dad at the back. It looked so much fun. Well, other than being in a smash-up. I'm glad that Dad was not on the bike when it happened. Whenever we come, even unannounced, it seems that Poppy has been waiting for us. He puts the kettle on and takes chocolate biscuits out of the cupboard, or ice cream from the freezer if it's summer. He knows how to look after children. Poppy is my dad's dad. Dad's old, but Poppy's even older. Hard to imagine that length of time. I can't wait to grow up, but I'm not sure about getting old. Dad laughs every time I say that. Perhaps getting old is not that bad. Poppy could watch TV all day long if he wanted. He doesn't. I have too much to do, he says. When he was still living in his own place down the road, he had a shed at the back with all kinds of tools. Made beautiful shelves for Jack's room when he was born, and a chest of drawers for mine. His garden was not big, but so many edible things grew there. Vegetables and greens, raspberries and strawberries and everything. One summer a pumpkin vine grew humongous, covered the tallest tree and the fence, and tried to run away to the neighbour's garden. My task was to keep track of what the pumpkins were up to. Poppy and I even drew a little map together. That was fun. I liked spending time with Poppy in his house and garden, and could walk there by myself. One day when I came, Poppy didn't answer the door. I called. Muffled sounds came from the inside. I didn't know what to do. I ran home and Mum rushed back with me. When she opened the door with her spare key, we saw Poppy lying on the floor crying. I started crying too. Mum paid no attention to me. She checked on Poppy and called the ambulance from his phone. My mum is a nurse. She knows what to do. The ambulance took Poppy to hospital, and after 2 months to the hostel he's still in. Poppy won't be coming back, Mum said. I cried a lot those next few weeks, which Mum and Dad spent clearing Poppy's house. They tried to make his room at the hostel homely with some of his own stuff, photos of us as a family, and me and Jack. This way I have you around me all the time, Poppy says. He seems happy now, reads the paper and does crosswords and puzzles to keep his brain ticking. When he said that, little Jack put his ear to his head, but couldn't hear any ticking, of course. We all laughed. It's easy to laugh with Poppy and talk to him. He has twinkling blue eyes, and when you talk, he looks just at you. Nobody else but you. Other adults don't do that. They're too busy. Only Poppy takes the time to listen, even to someone as small as Jack. Mum likes to talk to him too. Poppy has a lot of life experience, she says. Her visits are not as frequent as Dad's, but they're longer. Dad probably knows it all, so it's Mum who often asks Poppy about his life. That's how I've learnt that he'd been a man of many trades, a butcher, a barman, a vegetable shop owner, and more. Your Poppy has old-fashioned work ethic, Mum says. I asked what she meant. He is never afraid of hard work or trying new things, was the answer. Looking at Poppy's smiling face, it's hard to grasp how is that possible, with the pain always waiting around the corner and the difficult life he's had. He nursed his first wife, Jenny, at home till her death of some illness, with a long name, then said goodbye to my Granny Helen, Dad's mum, whom I don't remember, and had to learn to live by himself. I talked to Dad about it. Well, as you go through life, you learn a few things, Dad said. Hopefully become wiser. It doesn't happen to everyone, but believe me, Poppy is the one who grew into wisdom. Hope I'll be like Poppy when I grow up. The end.